morning, everyone. Welcome to the beginning of another week. Glad you're all continuing along with us and good to see you this morning. So I have a question for you. How many of you remember from our kid days that song, "If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands," right? And we go through clapping our hands and stomping our feet and twirling in circles. How many of you are chuckling, remembering when playing that game? So my question for you is, how many of you are clapping your hands today? Our theme today is happiness, the happiness advantage. I'm going to be talking about Shawn Achor, who is the author of this best-selling book, The Happiness Advantage. Great read. I loved that book. It certainly goes along with who I am as a generally positive, happy, kind of go-lucky person most of the time. I want to tell you a story. I was a office administrator, a school secretary at a local middle school. What a crazy world that was. I had a blast. High stress, high energy, but lots of fun as well. All the teachers, when they came in, had to walk past my desk because they had to go to another room where all their things were that they needed for the day. I always smiled. Good morning. How are you this morning? Hope you have a great day. One morning, a teacher came in and he just looked at me like, "Do you always have to be happy?" I was kind of taken aback because, yeah, I am. I'm happy most of the time. So this person, I'll call him Mike. Mike went on to be the principal of a local charter school, but he was so stressed and overwhelmed. He couldn't find the positive anymore. He hit burnout and never went back to education. I've learned in my work in positive prime a lot about the importance of happiness. Many of us, we sacrifice happiness for success, ironically. We drive ourselves to the brink like this person did, and that leaves us feeling stressed and pressured to succeed at any cost, really, right? And is it really worth it? I'm not so sure. An interesting thing, though, our brains are literally hardwired to perform at their best, not when they're negative or neutral, not when we're stressed and overwhelmed, but when our brains are positive. Shawn Achor, in some of his research and studies that he did, showed that 75% of the factors that predict career success are related to happiness and optimism. Why wouldn't we want to be in that place of positivity and be successful? Why wouldn't we want to share that with our kids and teach them how they can be successful as well, just with priming our minds, just with turning our focus toward the positive instead of the negative? Many of us are happiest when we're hanging out with our friends, with our families, when we're laughing and playing and feeling energized and really enjoying what we're doing, right? But it doesn't have to be only then. It doesn't have to be only when we're outside of work, intentionally planning to hang out with others. When we are doing those things, we get a dopamine dump, that feel-good chemical. We get a dopamine high even. Work and success, though, might not be the same as going out for a night on the town with your besties or going with a bunch of friends to a ball game, but you can get that happiness hormone download at work too. It's not so difficult. It's being like I was as that secretary in school, right? Whenever you have an interaction with someone, smile and say hi. Be intentional about that smile on your face. And then end your interaction with another smile and have a great day. Even if you have to fake it at first, you'll find that your brain and your body start to respond. Remember, I don't remember if it was Susie or I think it was me who spoke on this last week when we talked about mirror neurons and smiles. So give your brain that feel-good feeling, that feel-good feel with a smile, with whoever you're interacting with. It does work to change your focus. One of the things I challenge myself with, I've done this for years, is if I meet a grumpy person, I take it on as a challenge to find a way to make them smile. Right. And by doing that, I'm putting myself in a more positive space and hoping that with my maybe I can be infectious. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? So I'm going to share in a little while. I'll post in here your bonus for today, or our bonus for today, because I'll watch it again, is one of my favorite TED Talks. And that is Shawn Achor speaking about happiness. To reference some more things from Shawn's studies from the book, The Happiness Advantage. People who are happy experience 31% more productivity, 3 times more creativity. They're 23% more energetic and 39% healthier. 50% lower chance of heart disease they have, and they're 39% more likely to live to the age of 94. And that's only a few of the statistics. I'll share that slide as well later today. So going back to Positive Prime, there are, in every session that you watch, there are 1,000 images. And there's a formula. So 16 seconds of intense emotional feelings are what's needed in order to change your trajectory in terms of your energy, right? It's all about quantum physics. If you turn up the volume, increase the intensity of the emotion, then you overpower other emotions. So if you were to be in the emotion of abundance, for example, the emotion of happiness, you have to be in that emotion for more than 15 seconds. You can't just turn it on. You have to warm up to it. So you might want to be in that positive happiness space, but you do need to ease into it. Another way where mirror neurons make a difference. So our brains, we've said it, our brains don't know whether it's us smiling or someone else smiling. So be on the receiving end of those smiles. Watch some Positive Prime sessions so that your brain communicates with your endocrine system so that you can have more of those dopamine hits, more of those happy hormones. If you get that while you're looking at your vision board images, your Positive Prime session, including your own images or quotes or sayings, affirmations that you upload, you have an exquisite connection, as though you turned up that volume and the state that you're in when you're seeing your own personalization, right? And that carries on for 8 hours throughout your day. It's really pretty cool. And if you find yourself slumping and getting into that negativity, just watch another session. Just 3 minutes, right? You can take a break for 3 minutes and fill your mind with those positive images and thoughts again. Find yourself smiling, find yourself being happy. And with your happiness, there comes success. So let us know in the comments, how happy are you? What are the steps you're going to take today to be happy, to trick your brain into thinking you truly are happy, and then rewiring those neural networks so that you live in a state of happiness more consistently. I look forward to seeing your comments, hearing your thoughts. Be sure to check out the other posts throughout today and do your success work. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye for now.